Sport is extremely tough. You put in what you get out, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get injured. Sometimes you go into races questioning if you've done enough. Sport has allowed me to deal with some really challenging things in my life. So I'm Lucy Charles-Barclay. I'm a professional triathlete and 3-time world champion. Started out as a swimmer. I wanted to do an Ironman and was completely hooked. Yeah, I think since I came into triathlon, which is probably nearly 10 years now, the way the sport has evolved, the depth of incredible athletes now is so much bigger, and I think that is just due to the fact that there's so many more opportunities, sponsors that are actually paying athletes a decent wage so they can do this full time as a real professional athlete. Yeah, so I grew up not far from here actually, about another half an hour out from London. I was really lucky that both my parents were super active. So we would go mountain biking on the weekend and pedal behind our parents. And I was born really, really competitive. Like, I must have driven my sister completely mental. I just had so much energy, so it felt like the natural thing to do to get me into sport. And I had a friend at school that was a swimmer, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll try swimming. It was always about the biggest challenge for me. I was like 9 years old and I wanted to swim the 200-metre butterfly. I think that's the hardest event. I want to do that one. And I was lucky enough to do the Olympic test event in London. Not that long after, I was like, actually, swimming is not for me. I want to do something completely different, and that was where Ironman came into my life. Cycling, I love that you can go so far on 2 wheels and just explore the world. Running is often actually my favourite sport of the 3. It's just put your shoes on and you're out the door and you're running, and it's just the most kind of satisfying feeling coming back from a run. I mean, I'm definitely known for my swim. That's why I have the nickname as the mermaid, because I usually lead from the gun. Swimming to me is the place where I can really push myself, the real hurt locker that I can't on the other 2 sports. But at the same time, you can go to a real meditative state. Yeah, this year back in Kona, which is amazing. For me, like, that's where I guess like my triathlon journey started, based around that race. I remember going to the Big Island and watching the professionals race and thinking to myself, one day I want to be racing in the professionals at the IRONMAN World Championships. From the very beginning, it's always been about how far can I go within the sport that I'm doing. And I think as I matured and developed as an athlete, I realised that it's not just about winning, it's about on that given day, giving your best performance. When I came second 4 times at the World Championships, every single year I was so proud of the performance I'd done. I knew I couldn't possibly have given any more. I still wanted to win, and that's what kept me coming back, and then finally getting that win in 2023, which made that even more special. This year will be my 8th trip to Hawaii. From the first time I stepped on the Big Island, I had such a special feeling. You're arriving there for the biggest race of the year, and it's almost the perfect location because it's beautiful, but it's completely brutal at the same time. I believe I can go a lot faster over that distance, but the biggest goal is to try and win there again. last year was probably the hardest year of my career. I'd just won the World Championships the year before and I wanted to have a great year, but unfortunately in winning the World Championships I managed to tear my entire calf.
I heard that her Achilles was bugging her a little bit, which you weren't expecting?
No, I wasn't expecting.
It was just heartbreaking because I knew I was in the shape to win, but I couldn't even line up. We also found out that I have celiac disease, which was actually a massive positive. This might be the answer as to why I've had so many injuries. I sat down with a lot of specialists in my team and we decided that I really had to go away after that and take way more time off than I ever have. It was really, really tough, but I feel like it built a new mental resilience. So I have a good feeling about this year.
Can we just test there? So we're testing this first.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah.
So I try and finish training by like at least 5 most days, so then I can just chill in the evening, but then that sometimes turns into like doing the house chores or doing something rather than just chilling out. So I need to get better at doing nothing. Yeah, I think professional sport at the highest level is touching on perfection for sure. Making sure your training is as dialed to you as possible, but also not comparing your training to someone else. You have to be a little bit more adaptable day to day, like what's written on the piece of paper might not be the perfect thing for you to do on that day. You're actually listening to your body and doing what is perfect for you, not what a piece of paper says. I think if my career did end today, it would be a shame because I feel like I have a lot left, but I've already achieved my dream, which was winning the IRONMAN World Championships. There's so many people told me I wouldn't make it, I wouldn't do it, and for me a big motivator was proving them wrong. For people looking in on my career, I hope that they're inspired by that do not give up attitude and inspiring young girls to get in sport. That's been a really big thing for me. My biggest piece of advice in sport is don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do it. I've proved a lot of people wrong just by working hard, and okay, they might have not believed in me, but I always believed in myself. If you do not give up, you will achieve great things.